Hey, you guys, and welcome to my #AYEARATHON May wrap up. And the theme in May was reread month. I know some of you are like, what's going on, ke-sha? I'm just slowly but surely catching up on my wrap ups, and I would have put my May one all together, but it definitely needs to be separated between #AYEARATHON and in general, because I read quite a few books. So let's begin. May's theme was reread, and guess what? I did not follow the theme for that month, but I did read books, and isn't that all that counts? I actually got Kindle Unlimited, so there's only one book that I bought, but I was doing a Kindle Unlimited free trial, so a lot of them were like free to read. So let's start off with the one book I will say that someone told me about it, and then I was like, oh god, good thing I have Kindle Unlimited, because then I could read it. You know, like curiosity killed the cat kind of read it, because you'll understand after I say this. It is called Pounded in My Butt by My Own Butt by Chuck Tingle. So yeah, he writes a lot of just really bizarre, kind of out there books and stuff. So that's always fun, isn't it? So this book follows Kirk, who is a part of this cloning company kind of thing. They're on a cutting edge of finding cloning stuff happening, and in this case they took DNA from his butt, his brain, and a hawk, and they put it together, and I guess they wanted that to clone. But yeah, so it's all types of weird. Okay, and I actually did a spoiler review on this, and I have like excerpts and everything, so I'll link that down below. But I gave it 3 stars. I actually really liked it. It was really funny, because I don't think this is anything to take seriously in any shape, way, or form, although I do like he had nice writing, and it was a nice plot, I guess, in spite of the out there thing. But you know, there were some things that I had questions about, really questions. So I'll link that down below for you guys, and I hope you have fun exploring that. And then the next book that I read was His Mad Passion by Goode, and this is like a part of this whole series where these 3 or 4 authors, because I think another author just joined them, they write in the same universe, so all the characters are like living like close together in the same club. They just all belong to different motorcycle clubs and stuff like that. And I read this one is following the same couple from a different book that was earlier in the series, and they're all like only like 100 pages or so. Sometimes they'll follow the same couple for another book or whatever. This one was okay. I gave it 3 stars. I really loved the first one. I gave it 5 stars. I just felt it like right off click and everything. This one was just kind of like, I don't know. It's like I was glad to see them again, but it was kind of like, who really cares? I would have just been satisfied, sort of, had you left it at the first one, because I don't know where it's going. But I think there's going to be another installment for this couple, so I'll definitely read it. I haven't read any of the other installments for the other people yet, but I will give them a try someday. There's just a lot of them. This one was just number 17, but I've known they've done a lot more since that, so it's another long series. So the next book that I have to show you is the one that I actually bought this month. That month it was actually a pre-order, so it was Asunder by Phoenyx, and it is the first book in the Iron Bulls series. And this one was a case of, oh my god, like I read it, I got it, I read it, and I was like, where's the rest of the book? Because apparently this one is going to be done in installments, you know, where they take like one book and a person, she's writing it little by little, so she'll just put it in installments until the whole book is finished. As far as I know, there's going to be 4 installments, and it's hurting me not to know, but I did a review, so I'll link it down below. But it follows Karina, and she is trying to get back at an ex who had joined, who's a part of this motorcycle club, by dating one of the brothers inside of the club. And she ends up, of course, you know, getting along with Dante, the guy that she meets. So there's that, and a bunch of whole other drama thing goes down. But I will warn people, like this one, like the other MC book that I mentioned, his Mad Passion, I would rate that as easy to mild, like sexual wise and just like language and stuff. But this one is definitely rated R. Like it goes with it during the sexy times. It is raunchy, dude, and the language and the way they treat women in this book, you could be offended. So if that is not your thing, you definitely do not want to pick this up. But I enjoyed it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. And dude, I will talk about the other installment and whatever wrap up that one goes in. It was just my heart. So the next book that I have to show you is Prick by Sabrina Paige. And this one follows this boy, Coulter. I forgot the girl's name. But he's like this really bad boy. His mom's like some famous actress. He's been kicked out of more schools and whatever. And he goes to this academy or whatever, you know, what's that, boarding school type thing. He's like really infamous there for like just sleeping with anybody and everything. And then there's this one girl that he obviously didn't sleep with. She's like straight A student. She's really uptight or whatever. But before she goes to college, because they're seniors and they're graduating, she decided that she wants to just like lose her V card, and who better to lose it to. So they have a one night stand in a hotel like after graduation, I guess. She's like, we're never going to see each other again. But oops, no, it turns out her father, who's like this high ranking politician, and his famous mother have been secretly dating, or are now getting married, and they're going to be step siblings to the world apparently. So they actually go to like this house that the dad has somewhere, and they're going to be bonding for the summer. And yeah, tensions boil, everything. I really enjoyed this novel. I really loved it actually. Their banter and just like what they had to say to each other, and just like the problems that they had. And I gave it a 4 out of 5 because at the end it's like that ending. You'll get to the ending and you'll be like cop out in some ways, and it's like really you're gonna. But that's how it was. It was really nice. I really enjoyed both of them, and yeah. So the next book that I have to show you is Knife by Richard Brown and Kelly Brown. And let me just put it right there. It's a graphic novel. It doesn't really have like a lot of colors, basically in black and white, except for bits of color every now and then. I did a short but sweet review on it, but basically it's just about this guy, and he wakes up with a knife in his chest. So if that doesn't interest you, but if you guys have Kindle Unlimited, I suggest you go get it, and it's just a nice short read. And hey, count towards your goal. Isn't that great? So the next book that I have to show you is A Light from the Dark. This is the last book I actually have to show you, and it's by Mercy Celeste. This one was one of the ones I was really hoping to get to, but it took me like a couple of days to read it, and it was just dragging for me. I actually ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars. So glad that I didn't buy it, because I would have been like, what? Seriously? Because the Kindle copy is like $4.99. So that's why I had been on the fence about it. But, so it follows this guy, and he is he was previously a U.S. Marshal, and I believe before that he was in some branch of the military. Cannot count a break, and like, so he's supposed to be super trained and stuff, and he is given an assignment as a private bodyguard to he decides to take it to some kid he's an adult, but he's like, he never leaves his house, and he doesn't talk, and he's just really isolated. He feels like someone's out there to get him and stuff like that, and he lives in some creepy manor with this creepy staff. I don't know any other word to put it except creepy. So like, he gets there, and him and the guy really kind of don't get along, sort of, you know how it goes. But I felt it was weird because throughout this book, it's like I like both characters, but once in a while I felt like the author, like, she wrote these backstories for them, and they didn't really live up to it as much. More so the bodyguard than the guy he was protecting. So like, he's a bodyguard. He was kind of a piss poor bodyguard in my opinion, in a lot of aspects. And then sometimes I felt that maybe she was just mixing up the characters and writing for them. Not that I'm saying they can't have more than one aspect to their personality, but come on, it's like it was like, and then some things were revealed, but it wasn't revealed in a kind of way. I don't know. It was just it was a great idea. had good characters. It just did not have the execution necessary for me to love it. I was just sitting like, this is a mess. This is a shameful shame. You know, kind of like when they do a book to movie adaptation and you're just sitting up there like, that's a mess. This is a mess. Mess. So that's all that I have to say about that book. 3 out of 5 stars. Sadly, did not live up to what I was expecting potential. But those are all the books that I read. Obviously, you guys let me know if you guys are interested in any of these books and whether or not you're planning to read any anytime soon. And if by chance you remember what you read in May for the or May in general or for the hashtag Yearathon, just let me know and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.